Welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Ollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, and this is a weekly show where brands watch other brands' ads and discuss what is good and bad about them. As ever, we are supported and we support the Conscious Advertising Network, so please take the time to check out the great work those guys are doing after the show. So this week we have some special guests, so it would be lovely if I could hand over to you guys to introduce yourselves.
Hello everybody, I'm Tash Beecher. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the Associate Creative Director of Copy for Pollen Health, which is a health advertising agency, and I was a judge at the Outvertising Awards this year.
Hello everyone, my name is Markey. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for TSB Bank, and I was also a judge at the fantastic Outvertising Awards 2020.
And my name is Jerry Darkin. My day job is Senior Media Director at GSK Consumer Healthcare, and I was happy to present the Outvertising Awards this year, and I go by he, him, his.
You might have guessed there's a bit of a theme to this episode. This is going to be a Outvertising Awards special where we are actually going to look at the ads that won in the three categories.
It's an organisation that I'm just one small part of that exists to support LGBTQ plus people working in the marketing and advertising industry in the UK and around the world. And in particular, to encourage that industry to better represent that community in its advertising. So brands and agencies encouraging them to have positive portrayals of LGBTQ people. And the Outvertising Awards is just an annual celebration of some of the brands doing the best stuff in that space and trying to encourage a few more to do the same. And yeah, we went virtual this year with some support from Facebook, but it was a great event, and it was great to have these guys judging.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the first advert. I believe, Jerry, can you intro the entry and the winner, of course, from Renault?
Yeah, so this one was one of our awards for Campaign of the Year. It was called 30 Years in the Making.
Come on, Puppet.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. Said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
So, Natasha, what did you think the first time you saw that ad?
It made me cry, in fact, the first time that I watched it, because it's just so heartfelt and so realistic as well, to be able to see that progression from growing up and being the best of friends and then into adulthood. It's just, yeah, very authentic as a story to me.
You watch a film like that and you go, it should be that way, shouldn't it? It should have a happy ending. You know, people should be able to be with someone they love. And as I say, the underlying bit was commitment, because I think when you see a brand go, we are all in, we're doing this and we're all in, that's amazing commitment. And that's what Renault showed.
yeah, I really liked it. I think Tom, we discussed whether whether the kind of the slow music in the background is a slightly overplayed trope, but I loved it here. It worked for me.
So let's move on. So Natasha, we're going to see the Sprite winner now. Do you want to just remind us which award this one?
Yeah, sure. So this was the Sprite ad was the Pride Activation of the Year.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of love. Walk on through the rain, walk on with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone.
Right. Sorry to be blunt here. What's that got to do with Sprite?
As a measure of their values and authenticity, I think that's completely fine, particularly because it's a Pride activation. That's what it was entered in for. So it almost works in its favor that it's not about the brand at all. It's about the message.
For me, it's a statement of, look, we're about this. If you're about this, then we're for you type thing. And I think that's probably enough. It felt authentic, and the sense we got was that they clearly again put investment behind it, not as much as a Renault, but it felt like this had been seen, viewed, and appreciated, which I think is critical.
And this one is just a brilliant celebration of a whole bunch of families who are positively and lovingly and wonderfully and unexpectedly celebrating the diversity.
We're getting short on time, so we're going to go to the last video. So Pete, do you want to introduce the winner from
better way to end? We've had soft drinks, now we're going to have chips. So this was a great ad. This is McCain brand of the year, and actually what's great is McCain have consistently been doing this kind of work. So yes, this is McCain.
When it comes to love, what's normal? Normal isn't normal. Love doesn't care about gender or where you're from. Love won't judge you on ability or so-called disability. It won't age, fade, or hold a grudge when you mess up and burn the burger buns. Here's to every kind of love and every kind of special night in. McCain, we are family.
For me, it gets close to one of the things I don't like, which is the kind of the tick box diversity, where you might think, oh, I'm filming several different families and I'm going to make sure that they deliberately tick every single box. But I think because the whole narrative, the whole story is celebrating that diversity, it makes sense here, and it doesn't feel tick box.
Like you're saying, Jerry, it does get quite close to the whole tick box exercise, but because it's just so authentic to what the brand is and its values, and it just makes sense.
I think McCain have really captured that though in this moment of what's family, and actually this sort of kind of redefines what a family is. All sorts of couples, all sorts of relationships. That's family in Britain today. So kind of let's accept that, and that's a good thing.
Fantastic. We'll see you next week, maybe live, maybe not, for advertisers watching ads. Thank you so much. See you later, guys.